All right. Over here we have what we can say it's a beginner's accumulation of mistakes. So a young forest that should be in development and was put on a very shallow pot, limiting therefore development. If we don't build fine roots, we will not promote so much ramification, fine ramification, which will lead in more leaves. More leaves will eventually lead in smaller leaves. So first mistake was the pot. The soil is APL, Academic Pumice Lava Rock. By itself, it might not be enough to promote development. You might need some kind of a more organic component. So the soil should have been also more appropriate to the development stage and not so much to a refinement stage where you have the tree already set up, primary, secondary, tertiary ramification, branching, roots, everything. So I'm limiting the tree in terms of pot space, in terms of organic component that can promote development. And if I take a closer look, there's actually 8 trees, which in the common rules of bonsai, it should be an odd number, not what's the opposite of odd? Odd numbers. I don't remember in English. Anyway, I did have a 9th tree, but it ended up dying. So what I plan to do is actually transplant, repot the tree and add one more tree. If you take a look, I don't know if it's noticeable on video, the trees are also, the trunks are having this kind of movement towards the outsides. In my opinion, we should have the trunks, we shouldn't have the trunks having that notion of movement, but it should be the branches that would do that movement. You can have some movement on the exterior branches, and depending on where you want to take the movement of the composition, but not all the branches, just like not all the trunks just going outwards. So I think it's more interesting when the trunks are straight, but then branches create that movement by itself. So how do we correct that? My plan is to now just remove leaves. It's fall time, so I can move leaves, and honestly, I still have a lot of green leaves. I could have waited a little longer, but I have so many trees to work on that it's not going to give me enough time. So I gotta take this opportunity to move a little ahead, and I'm not even being able to wait another month until all the energy from the leaves is absorbed and they fall down. But I'd say that 60% of the tree is already in that stage. Like for example, this, if I just pull, it's almost just dry leaves. So the plan is take the leaves out, correct the trunks with wire, and make some selection of branches, see what makes sense. Also, I don't have a lot of different thickness of trunks, and I want to try and correct that by cut down trees that I want to have them stay at that thickness, and probably leave some couple or 3 trunks longer in order to promote growth and more thickness on that one so that I can have a variety in a more dynamic looking forest. Let's see what I can do. Right, set, go. Notice that while I'm doing this, I'm not pinching buds that are growing behind those leaves. I am literally pulling the, I think it's called a petiole, the leaf, and don't get it mistaken by a branch from the leaf until it goes to the branch. This is just a connection. Of course, if the tree was in growth springtime, will grow from here and this will be a branch, but at this time no, this leaf will fall off, the petiole will fall off, and it's exactly what you would come out to this if I let it fall down naturally or if I pull it. I am being careful not to break branches. If I need to hold the branch to pull the petiole itself, I do. In those cases where the leaves are still greenish, they still have some strength. The ones that are dry, they come out very easy, just like this. See? But a green leaf will take me a little more effort to remove it. I can also cut it with scissors. I don't feel like I have that need. I also don't feel like it's gonna damage anything unless you start touching the buds and pulling, like, you know, just dragging your finger through the branch. Then you're gonna damage some buds. So at this point it's just a little time consuming. So I'm gonna go and put this in what do you call it? How do you call it? On, forget. Now that we have our tree naked, we can see the structure much better, and make our decisions in terms of what we want to keep and we need to cut. Let's not confuse this process with defoliation. Defoliation is done in after the spring first flush matures. We're in autumn, fall. And the only reason I'm taking all the leaves out so that I can see the structure and make an adequate response to what I need in terms of making this forest more interesting. If you want me to be honest, I can't really identify which side would be front because the placement of the trees was a little poor in design. So when I repot, I might move things around a little bit. See if I keep this as a front, and I need another tree. I'll probably place it here, creating a little bit more of occupied space here, and then this tree a little bit more separate, you know, a little to the front, so that the main tree, the thicker one, is in the middle, but not totally in the front, since we're gonna have another one around this area. But most likely this will be the front. There's a little bit of a empty round space here in the middle, which makes it weird, and that's probably exactly what I was saying. If I have the trunks more straight, that would be less evident. Yeah. So I have to try and correct that. Now trees that I don't want the trunk to develop much more, getting much more thickness, would be probably the exterior ones. So I'm gonna get those down all the way around the back, so it's short enough, and then leave this one higher, thicker, probably together with, let's see, make more sense if I leave these two grow. Yeah, this is, I think I'm gonna try to, let's just leave it up to here and see how it goes. Many people don't realize, but right now I did a cut. And it's winter time. If you have a grow box that you can keep at a good temperature, you can just put this inside with soil and hormone, and in spring you might have a success rate of 75% in terms of rooting cuttings. It's kind of a waste, but I have a lot more trees and that I can take cuttings from. But just so you know, that if you want to grow your collection, a very good option is to take the cuts and do some cut planting in the fall. You need semi-hardwood in the fall, and if it's spring, I think hardwood in fall and semi-hard mid-spring. Yeah, that's straighten it up. Oh, much better.